impact for a better world. Organized by HEC Montreal in Canada, Social Business Creation is an impactful global platform for promoting social entrepreneurship through education, research, and advocacy. It offers training through a 4 rounds competition that provides essential knowledge on social entrepreneurship. Students will benefit from guidance of international judges and develop their ideas into a real mission-driven business. It is also a platform that promotes actionable research through international conferences and training of trainers programs for researchers and practitioners. SBC 2023 is here for you. Stay connected to our social medias, register on our website, and see you in Montreal for the grand final.
Okay, perfect. So I want to present you to Aimee, to Summer, and Franco. They were the last year with us during the 2022 edition, and it's a pleasure. I'm very happy to see you again. And how are you feeling today? How is the weather in your country? I don't know, something you want to share with the rest of the world? Nothing is happening in
Hi.
Argentina, Vietnam.
Hello. Good morning to everyone. I'm Franco from Argentina. I'm from.
I will finish his presentation. um, he was one of the participants from last year. He was part of the group called Grew Up. So they were doing educational platform for small stories in our stores in Argentina. And later we will talk about more about his project that he presented. But I hope he can connect again. There is Franco. I was just covering you up when you left. I don't know if Aimee, you can present yourself.
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, good morning, everyone. Here in Peru, we are at 9 a.m., so good morning. My name is Aimee Soriano. I'm currently in my 8th semester of the International Business Career at Universidad Pacifico in Lima, Peru. I participate and lead the T-Home Peru team at the last SBC contest. I'm passionate about corporate finance and supply chain management, but my interests are broad enough to include the evaluation of social projects.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Aimee. And Summer, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, hi everyone. Last year I was a participant in the competitions. I'm from Vietnam, and my project was teaching English IELTS to remote area students.
Awesome. Thank you so much to all of you. It was actually like each of your projects are very interesting. We will talk about them later. But before we start, like through the journey of the competition, etc., going into details with that, I would like to know, like, why did you enter the competition? How did that happen? That you were just in your normal day, and then it was like, okay, I should do something different today. Like, how did this happen for you? I think we can start with you, Franco. I don't know if you got the mic again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, we entered the competition because at the business school where we did our MBA, they told us about an opportunity to sign up for an international competition where we went through evaluation rounds and on a business project with social impact. So we entered to the competition with an idea of mine based on my work experience, very general, this idea. Then we ended up focusing the project on a specific niche that we had not detected at the beginning of the competition. This was a consequence of the first rounds and training of the SBC competition.
Okay, thank you, Franco. And how, yeah, just to clarify for like the people don't know, but in the SBC, we work with partnership with some universities. So we actually have the partnership with the university that you belong with in Argentina.
Yeah,
So
the IAE Business School at Austral University.
awesome. And Aimee, how did it happen to you? How did you came to the competition? How?
Well, first of all, the main reason we joined was because we saw an opportunity to learn how to make a business model that is viable and scalable, and also with a sustainable approach. So that's the main reason why, and I'm very happy to tell you that we did it. We learned how to do it thanks to the consent feedback and the different periodical deliveries that we made. So that was the reason why.
Awesome. Thank you, Aimee. I hope it was a good learning. We'll talk about that. And Summer, how did you knew about the SVC?
Maybe I have a very human reasons. Money. I saw the
Oh,
price. Money.
it's a huge prize, right?
Yes. Secondly, I have never been to Canada. And
It's
then I have some promise with my friends in Canada that I will visit them one day. But that one day happens for years, and COVID happens. I really want to make it happen, but I didn't have a strong reason enough to visit them. So SVC is a part of it. And the last one, I'm really eager to learn. And SBC have a strong foundation program courses as well as the winner also will learn. That's also what I really like too. So that's my three biggest reasons.
awesome. But yeah, of course, like even going to Montreal it was a good reason to go just
Mm.
visit, and you will tell us more. You and Franco were there in person, so you can share later like how was the experience and everything. Um, but you kind of have already introduced my next question. But I'll just put it in the a bigger picture. Um, so for me it's very interesting to have each of you together because you are in different parts of your career stage. So Aimee, she's a bachelor student, almost finishing, I think, the bachelor degree. Franco is a person that is already working for a lot of years for a company right now for the Grupo Arcor in Argentina. And Summer, you're a born entrepreneur. You've been doing a lot of ventures even before Global IELTS. So the SBC has that we have different people with different backgrounds. So I would like to know, like in a specific for your background, what learnings or what have you take off from the SBC competition that you think you have applied to your personal career development? Um, we can start with you, Franco, again.
Okay, so I can tell you a lot of things that I learned and applied to the reality of my day to day. But I think that the most important thing was the soft skills of pitching, communication, storytelling, and so on. You can have a brilliant idea or a business plan, but if you don't know how to tell it in a very simple and impactful way, you are in a big trouble in your work, at a competition, at the university, in in all these activities. Faced with the feedback from the project that one may be leading, also knowing that how to capitalize on a good return and not mixing the emotional thing by being the head of it. So maybe you have a wrong feedback and you don't have to mix it with with your emotions. So also and no less the team that accompanies one, the confidence and tranquility they give one to be able to make mistake and delegate tasks to these teammates. That is very important. I think this thing with the soft skills of each one is very important, and we learn a lot in this competition.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I imagine even for your work, as you like, I will take just the storytelling that you mentioned first. Um, in any type of work, you have like when you start getting managerial position, you have to convince the others about what you're saying. And I think it's very important, like as you're saying, like have like this way of pitching it that people can understand very structured directly, and also how to use like, your soft skills. So thank you for that. What about you, Aimee? I know also you have just started like an internship. So I don't know, like how did you apply it for everything?
Well, first of all, the contest give us the ability to identify the social factors. So to a holding or when we do some research to business ideas so important and impacts and the contest give us to know the how the impacts that a business can have on the society. Decided to the fact that as a group at the end of this path, we realized that thanks to the talks and conference, as Franco said, we develop a concept of social responsibility that is too important to in the business world. So as for me, it helped me a lot to develop my leadership and effective communication skills because whenever we move to a new stage, we had to learn along the way that do it through different strategies such as the settings, objectives, and goals in the short, medium, and long term.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. I think it it is as you say, and even just the beginning, Aimee, you were saying that it really you wanted to learn how to build a sustainable business, and it give you all that learning on that. Um, so thank you for that. I was just gonna mention someone in the chat. So Jessica Munoz, she is agreeing with you, Franco. I don't know if you know her, but she's like, yes, I totally agree with Franco. Developing soft skills was an impactful result of participating. So thank you, Jessica. And what about you, Summer? So for you, it's like different, right? Because you already knew about like how to do a venture. So what are the learnings from on your side?
I think it's a lot. Even though I have been in a venture, so my lessons, the things that I take out may be different from Franco's or Emmy. So the first one is that for the experience for the sustainable development, I have been applied it for my ventures, my diversity of projects for many years. So I get used to with it. But this is the first time I have to just like master thesis, long writing, detailed analysis. It's really different from the business world. Like for the business world, it's daily task. Like I just have it done, have it done, have it done. I have never really make it organize, analyze it, make it very specific. And this is the chance for me to organize everything and analyze everything very academically, and then connect all of the information, all of the things I have learned before, I have done before, in a very, how to say, practical way. And thanks to this competitions, I have the chance to think, to develop it more better, I guess. Secondly is the people. That's what I feel I get benefits of the most. The competition happens after COVID, and then I had a chance to come to Hack Montreal to meet the people from the church, to their participants, and meet my friends as well. And it's my very huge motivation to keep carrying on, because for someone who have done business for a long time for me and experienced COVID and carry on is very tired, exhausted, and meeting the people, and the people are so nice. How to say, I have joined many competitions, especially business competitions, and this is the first ever I saw the people in business so nice, so nice. I have never thought like business people that can that be nice. But I found out that SBC combined all of the very nice people, kind people, and encouraged me to be nice, to be kind in doing business, and a lot more. But I think SBC brings me a lot of knowledge, sparkling in my work, as well as motivations in the network, from the network to what I'm doing.
Amazing. Thank you, Summer. But one of the comments that I take from you, which is something you say like you met nice people and everything. I think when we talk about social business, and especially people who are in social business, I always get surprised. Like everyone is so kind and eager to help the others. Like it's not that we are
Yeah.
competing against each other. It's like we are trying to
Yeah.
solve issues in the world. I think it's better to have a lot of people together. And I'm glad to hear something like that from you. So it means that we are doing something good to with the group of people we have. Um, so I'll just summarize it in small words, but you have said much more than that. Um, I think something you can take is soft skills, as Franco was saying, like entrepreneurship knowledge from Aimee and venture structure. Even if you already have been a long time in the business, it can help you structure your ideas. I understand when you say like long essays and everything. Yes, you have to sit down and write everything from there. So it was very interesting. If someone else have questions, they can put it in the chat in Facebook or in LinkedIn, and I'll try to put ask the people here for that. But then the following thing that I would like to do is to go through each of your projects just to see how it is started it started from each of you. Because, for example, in my case, I identify more with Aimee because I'm also a bachelor student, and honestly, I have many ideas, but I'm not so sure I can actually make a venture. So I think for different people, it's just how to start, like how it was for each of you. I think it would be interesting to see how was the journey. So I'm gonna start with Franco. um, so can you tell us more about like grew up? How was the project, and what makes you like to this specific problem to
Yeah.
solve?
So our project is focused on the network of neighborhood convenience stores that are clients of the fast-moving consumer goods companies. We start from the context of Argentina, a country with recurrent macroeconomic problems and the consequences that it generates in its businesses. Therefore, our mission is to promote the ecosystem of neighborhood convenience stores in Argentina through continuing education platforms. So, as you said, Ruth, at the beginning of the streaming, our idea of the project is like my idea from my background of my of my profession work. It's we identify this problem. The management skills that we provide to these small stores allow them to better manage their businesses to face the difficult context in which they are immersed. The modules have to do with stock management, cash management, sales strategies, customer service, and social commerce. By this year, we have our first client, that is one of the biggest fast-moving consumer goods companies in Latin America. And that was a really nice notice for us. We received in January.
Oh, congratulations. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
it was still going on. Okay, that's amazing. Um, but yeah, so I have just one additional more question. So I think you work in retail,
Yeah.
right? And your peers in your team, they also work like in retail. How this all your skill, because you're all professionals. How it is combined?
Yes, we are all classmates of the MBA. Luca, Pedro, and Miguel, they are not related to retail. Luca is entrepreneur and lawyer, specialized in business. Pedro is a project engineer working in the oil industry. And Miguel is also entrepreneur and has a startup related to logistics. So as you can see, we are not related all to retail. It's a very interdisciplinary and diverse team. This was
Mhm.
very important because this allowed from the outset to think outside the box for various aspects of the project and the competition. This is very important for a team.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Franco. Um, so that was one perspective to have for one of the projects. Um, But now I would like to talk with Aimee so you can tell us more about your project and how. I'm actually very curious how the idea started, because I think you didn't have it before, right? Was it started with the competition, or how was the project?
Well, yeah, it started with a social business idea. We began analyzing the problems related to poverty in Peru. After analyzing it, we saw that more than the 4% of Peruvians do not have good or certified housing. Then we see it as a solution to a partner with NGOs like Latet. That was our main
Partner.
and wholesalers, our main partner, thanks, our main partner and wholesalers, in order to provide roofs and Tetra Pak covers for human housing settlements. So that was the beginning of our history in this contest.
Okay. I know you started the competition with two of your peers in bachelor, right? They were your friends, I guess. Um, how was what did you like? What I'm curious is, like, I know how is like Universidad Pacifico is very demanding in terms of work, and it's very hard, like, an student at the same time doing another project, which is the SBC is very demanding in terms of work. How did you manage to, like, balance going to university, and maybe, I don't know if you were already some of you working as well and doing the project? How was the experience on that side?
Well, Belen, that was one of my friends, was working at the time of the contest. So yeah, it was really hard to schedule all the reunions. That it was too late at night. We started the contest with Belen Rios, that is a student of international business as me, and she's currently doing an internship in agro sporting in a company. And second was Jubesli Angeles, also a student of international business at Universidad Pacifico, and she's currently working at a Banco de Crédito or Credit Bank of Peru as an intern. Uh, we try to focus all our ideas and concerns about Peru to identify a social business opportunity. And at the middle of the contest, we had Pilar Aja, that she is a PhD student of international security and a lawyer. And the reason that why we add her was we seek to have a diversified team in four areas: logistic, that was the part of Belen; finance, that was Juvesley; supply chain, that was me; and law, that it was Pilar. And to have the capacity to face the best way the problem and try to give a solution, that because in Peru we have a really huge percentage of poverty, and that's the like the drivers.
Yeah, I think I can relate from what you say. So thank you, Aime, and we'll see how this problem of housing, which is, I think, global, can be solved in the future. So last one, but obviously not least, Summer. She's our expert in English. I would like to know more, like, your project. I don't know if you already had it before the competition or it started with it.
Um, actually, I started that before the competitions, like right before COVID-19, and we have some time to have research and trial on it. And it's very simple. It's me come from rural areas with English. I can get to many kind of opportunities and level up myself, as well as learn a lot of about global issues, global standards, or social development. So through English, a very necessary needs and demands in Vietnam, we want to bring qualified English program to rural areas, that we don't just teach English, but we also teach them about SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and help them to have a good foundation, not only English but also knowledge and SDG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that was different from uh, just teaching people. I saw that you already pushed them to uh, get this specific knowledge of SDG, which can be
Yeah.
like a factor that helped them in their career, since SDG is very, like, now is coming up a lot. That was what I thought. But you, in this case, you were working with students from FTU, I think, right?
Oh
During your
yeah, in my
competition.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
For my team, the people go to the competitions. I have few students, but only one register.
Mm. Okay,
Mm.
okay.
And then there are many of my team have a barrier challenges of English.
Just what we're
They couldn't
saying.
study the course by English. And because our team have to both execute the programs and also take the competitions. So for the team execute not only the barrier of English, but also they are busy with the task,
Mm.
execution task.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't have enough time to get involved in both competitions and execution as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Um, um, Actually, I'll just take the chance to making this like a comment on FTU, and now we are bringing this. Later, I will explain how the competition of the SBC is changing for this year, but Summer, like, she was already an entrepreneur, and having other students with her in the project just to do like operational even task, they are
Yeah.
learning from her. So that's something that we're taking now officially in the competition, and I'll explain it later, and how this year is changing into that mindset. But okay, it's been very interesting to see your projects. If anyone who is seeing is interested in just getting to know more, you always can contact them through Facebook or LinkedIn, or in the SBC page. We always have like their description of their project as well, so you can connect with them. If you can even invest in their projects as well, I think they are open to receive some investment. Um, but I would like to finish then and close this just conversation that we have. Um, to know more, like, okay, we've been talking a lot about good things from the competition, but what was like the most difficult thing that you had to face during that competition? Because I know it's very demanding. It's not like something very easy. So what do you recall during your journey that really make you not feel very happy about it? Yes,
Okay,
Franco, we start with you.
that's a good question, Ruth. I think the first difficult part was round one. We arrived at the competition very enthusiastic about the idea that we thought was going to revolutionize the industry, and the feedback was extensive, asking to focus its scope and redefining a lot of things. So that was very difficult at the first round. It was hard, but throughout the competition, we realized how important to help of the jury was from the beginning. When we reached the final rounds in Montreal, we felt extremely satisfied with the evolution, the path, and the maturation of the project. Instances that we feel dismotivated or frustrated, we capitalize as a learning opportunity. This is part of the competition and of the process. Then, about the final round in Montreal, we had a serious unforeseen event. The entire team was going to travel to present, with Luca being part of giving our pitch. 3 days before having to travel, my college let me know that they have a problem with the visa thing to enter to Canada. So I was the only member who was going to be able to do it, having to take charge of the pitch and the whole process. But they accompany me from a distance at all times, taking leave from their shops and getting up at any time due to the time difference and that things. So that was like two things, two difficult things of the competition.
Hmm. Oh, I didn't know the last one. I didn't know that you were not
Yeah.
supposed to be the only one. Um, but yeah, I think you did great, and you had the amazing opportunity to travel at least. So,
Yes.
um, you pitched with a very good judge. I remember you judge. He was he's an angel investor, I think. So
Yes.
whatever he said, it was very insightful, I will say.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Franco. What about you, Aimee? What was like the challenging thing that you remember?
Well, we have really huge challenge, but was like three to seek funding because it's a very expensive and high inversion project in itself, and add to the field to study and trying to get funding to be able to attend to the final, which was also in our university final exams. So yeah, that's our like problem, like the most difficult. And also we have this problem of explaining the problem and the drivers in 30 minutes, because the problem we were trying to address was very broad and difficult to narrow down the that is the major one, trying to say all our points summarized in a way. It was a really huge problem for us because we are like too proud of our project and our field study, so it was too difficult to summarize them.
Yeah, I think you have to. I don't know how hard must it be, but I think it's beautiful when you read the projects and they are in just two sentences or one. They are well defined, but I guess the process you have to go to reach to that is a long process to just try to um, uh, get to there. But thank you, Aimee, and I know paying the ticket to Montreal is kind of an issue as well. Um, what about you, Summer? What was the most challenging thing for you?
Coming to Montreal the first time and also join SBC the first time. Like I have never joined any competition. Is so how to say complicated and write a lot like thesis. And
Mm,
then when I come to Montreal, it's my first time as well to figure out everything from accommodations, traveling, and everything. And remember, after COVID, everything was so hurry. Luckily, because I have already American visa, so the US visa, so my visa processed quite quick. Like 2 weeks, I got a visa. And other Vietnamese participants, they couldn't got a visa. So like I bought the flight ticket before the contest about 10 days and prepare everything in a hurry. And I don't know how to say, it's quite new and quite challenging for the first time joining SBC with very different concept, different rules and different rounds and everything. And also challenging for a hurry trip to Montreal for the first time. But after all, I think I quite fluent SBC now as well as going to Montreal, and I think it's worth it, and I really enjoyed it.
I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that, and it was nice to see you as well. Um, I think I don't know if you remember the guy who was in your room, Daniel,
Oh,
the one of the volunteers who record your pitch.
um,
Um, that's some maybe you don't see it, but even the volunteers they get impacted from what they see when they see you pitching, and after that they ask us like, "What is this about? How is that there is like a social business and I didn't know about it?" So you really impacting people as well, even just creating things. Each of you have done that. Um, so I'm gonna take one question that I have from the Facebook Live from Jessica. Um, she's saying like, would you say that the outcome you got from the contest would it be different if you didn't understand English as deep as you do?
I think Montreal is beautiful. You don't need English to see the beauty of it. Hack module is super beautiful. I really enjoy their library. I think I can stay whole day, whole month in the library with the light shining to the library and then in the forest. Everything is just so beautiful. And
Yeah.
the people are so nice. You need perfect English to see the people, how much they are nice. And I think not many people are perfect at English. We come from all around the world, and I have met many participants, and we talked with basic English, sometimes body language, but we still get close to each other. So, and we still understand what we are doing by the simple language. So I don't think English is a really big matter for it.
Okay. Awesome. And I'll complete that answer with the team that won this year, like last year, was Humanizate from Mexico. And so far I know they didn't speak English, all of them. They use like someone to traduce what they were saying. Um, so it was still possible for them to learn and compete, and they were really they participated in all the workshops that we gave. Um, so it's also a possibility. So thank you so much. I'm gonna finish um, the questions here for you. It's been a pleasure to have you. But before we leave, I want to share with everyone about the next steps for the SBC competition. So for the next 2 Fridays, we're going to have 2 info sessions. So the first info session is going to be for startup track, sorry. So the startup track. So it's what you have seen before. So if you have an idea, if you want to make it through the competition, you can participate in this track. And the newest track that we're having this year is for established businesses. So, for example, Summer already had like a business that was going on. It has been more than 2 years, though. It's kind of like that now. And but if you're a student and you want to partner with a business and you want to help them transform, or you want to like make them grow through product development or market expansion, you can also go with them and learn actually from people that have more experience than you, and have feedback with them. So we have like the both of them. If you go to Facebook, you will find the events. You can sign up in the Zoom link, and we will see very shortly in this edition. So thank you so much, Summer, Aimee, and Franco. If you want to say just last words, that would be nice.
Okay, thank you. I want to say something about the whole competition. From the starting point, one has to take the competition very seriously. It's not a game. You have to be committed to your team, meet delivery dates, do the training modules, and above all, move the pitch, the idea to your friends to train what the project is about. I assure you that you are going to learn a lot from the professional to the personal or soft skills. To take advantage of it, it requires many hours of dedication. You got to know this. It's very important for the competition and for your team.
Awesome. Thank you for those tips, Franco. We would like to say something, Aimee, as well.
Yeah, well, I would recommend that that everybody participate in the SBC, because it will change your way of thinking and keep or your mindset. And I will recommend to keep this point in mind, like look for a need in your country, like look around you and look for a need, look for supportive team, and have to align the mission to achieve your goals, and enjoy your learning process, and always seek feedback, because there is always a room for improvement. That's all.
Thank you so much. Yes, I think the feedback can help a lot as well. And Summer, what is the things that you can say as well for the people?
I think it's a great chance for all of you guys who have an ideas or a startup to join, to learn, to connect, and to get supported. And don't be afraid to get supported from the organizers. That what I didn't do in my last time. If I know that the organizers that's so kind, so nice, I should use them more to be more familiar with the contest and everything. And even me, if you want to contact to me to learn more about the experience to join the competitions, like I'm willing to support or answer anything. So don't be afraid, don't hesitate anything, just join and enjoy the contest.
Thank you. Thank you so much, the three of you. I hope to see you hopefully someday. Um, and I wish you the best. And I want to say thank you to Nahit, who was at the beginning of the stream, and also to Ana Luisa, Ana Luisa is just always there. I just love her so much. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone for being with us until the end. Bye. Take
Thank you
care.
everyone. See you
Bye bye. See
around.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.